How's it going, guys? So, I know it's been a while, and I know I have said before that I don't want to post anything just for the sake of posting things. However, because it's been quite a bit since the last time I posted something, I'm kind of going back on what I've said. I do just want to talk about some things, just the different things that have been coming to my mind lately. Just one thing is just, it's kind of hard to believe just how fast this year has gone. And it's November. Today's November 1st. And, I don't, it's weird. I have a kind of this love-hate relationship with the way the seasons change. In one sense, I do like that I'm wearing long sleeves again. I do like that it is getting cooler. There is some sense that I do like that it is getting a little darker, but at the same time, I don't really like that that it's getting darker sooner than later. I love going out for walks at different parks nearby, stuff like that, and because of just work and stuff, I don't really have as much time now, I guess, because we're moving the clocks back tomorrow, and by tomorrow I mean in a few hours. So it does kind of suck. But there's also something about this time, about it getting darker, that I kind of like, is that we're getting close to the end of this liturgical year. We're getting close to Advent. Getting close to Christmas. And, with that idea, it's kind of like, I like to look at this time as seeing, what the next year is going to be like, because liturgically speaking, the first Sunday of Advent is the new year. So that's just something that I've kind of been thinking about. I am in a band. I haven't mentioned that before, but I am in a band called Lonely at the Top. You can find us on Apple Music and Spotify. And there is a song that I wrote last year called Let Me Take in the Light, that talks about the idea of how the year is winding down, or has winded down. We're in the beginning of a new year, and it's a time of just expectation to see what's going to come up. And it's just interesting. I do find that in many ways I have improved spiritually, but at the same time, there's still some work to do. I mean, my OCD is mainly religious OCD, and so confession is still difficult. I do find that confessions have gotten better than what they used to be, but they're still difficult. So I'm still trying to better incorporate what I've learned through therapy into confession. And this past confession that I had earlier today, it was a good confession, at least, canonically, but it wasn't good in the sense that I feel like, I kind of wonder about, I think my OCD has kind of played a role in it. But, yeah. Nonetheless, it's kind of as I say in the song, I'm just going to take in the present moment, going to take in the light to see what will come next, but just focus in the present. The past is in the past, and I have to just go forward. And God willing, I'll get a better hang on things as time goes by. But yeah, so not much is really new with me. I have applied to a couple positions within the Archdiocese of Philadelphia, which is where, I live in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia. And so I have passed the church, so I can make the sign of the cross. So I have applied to some positions, a couple positions rather. One for the missionary hub, to work as a service coordinator to help with planning different events and things like that. And for those who don't know, the idea of a missionary hub is to basically have this team of people in each county in the Archdiocese of Philadelphia to basically take some of the weight off of priests, off the pastor, especially because of the shortage of priests, that there will be more roles that the laity would take up in order to reach out to people, to bring them back to the Catholic Church, or people who are not even Catholic, to come to Christ and come to the Catholic Church. So I did apply to one position, and then there's another position related to the vocations department for diocesan priests. So yeah, it's just I have more trust now in God, that I'm not so concerned about what the future will bring. But it's interesting how, like I said, it's November, both liturgically speaking and in terms of the calendar year. We're kind of going close to the end and into another year, and I kind of just I have to continue just getting closer to Christ and walking with Him. But I do have some expectation, like things that I am looking forward to see what will happen. And I am bummed out a bit that I'm still at my current job. I haven't moved on to something better. But at the same time, there are still things about my job that I enjoy, and I still love working with the people there. I was going to post a video about, I was considering posting a video about, purgatory, about All Souls Day. I was also considering posting a video about, resentment, especially when it comes to family. But, yeah, I just figured instead that I would just come on here, just kind of talk about different things that's kind of been going on with me, and just kind of just meditate on just the idea that, it's kind of just like with the darkness that is kind of physically happening now, with just the daylight getting shorter, kind of is symbolic in a way of just there's this darkness in the sense of where what is going to come next is uncertain. And there can be fear with that, but there also can be expectation. And looking back at this past year, I find that things have definitely been happening for the better. I need to take in the light of Christ. I need to just take in the light and let Him be the light that guides me, and even when all seems dark. Speaking of which, I also have another song with my band called Short Hours that compares the changes in the season to how people can psychologically be impacted by things in life, by the weather, by the changes in the season, as well as just life in general, and to keep holding on even when the hours are short and it gets darker, eventually it will get light again. And so I just love that like imagery of darkness and light. And yeah, it's just, I just got to keep going and moving forward. But that's all I got. God bless, and thanks for letting me share.